People. So this one live dashboard gets started. Let's see. We'll see if anybody shows up today. Live chat. Perfect. There we are. Hey, there's Teresa. Hi, Teresa. If Teresa's with us, then we know that people are starting to tune into Facebook Live for this week before Halloween. I don't know about you, but it seems to be coming around faster and faster every year. So you got to stay away from those treats until after the big day and then eat all the leftovers, which is very nice to come into work because people like to share, so you don't have to eat your own leftovers. So I can't tell. This screen looks different to me every time I do Facebook, so I'm not sure how many people we have, but we're just going to carry on. Nope, Teresa's been dipping into her treats. Yeah, you always have to make sure you buy treats that you like to eat, just in case. But things, there have been some years where we purposely bought treats that we didn't like so that we could pass them along to other people. So yeah, it's lovely to share. So week before Halloween, lots to do. You can see behind me, Dawn's put out some wonderful Halloween fabric. We still have lots in stock for those last minute things. And that's what I've got for you today is a lovely little last minute quickie project that you can make up for all your ghosties and goblins and trick-or-treaters in your neighborhood. So I was poking around on the internet the other day, specifically on the Bernina We All Sew website blog. And they have some amazing projects on there. Simple ones, a little bit more complicated ones, just a whole variety of things. And I ran across the cutest little, I'm going to hold it up, cutest little treat pouches. They call them snack pouches. It has actually a flip top thing like this, so that when you have it open, it will actually stand. I'll switch cameras here for you. It will actually stand up and you can dip into your treats. Now, it was originally thought of for people who want to pack small things in kids' lunches or their own lunches, maybe those little goldfish crackers or even a couple of crackers. But I thought, wouldn't that be a cute thing to make? Tuck a few goodies into it, fold the top over so it's nice and secure. And then as the trick-or-treaters come to your house, you just have to drop one in each bag instead of bits of this and bits of that. So I thought, I'm just going to show you how fast it is to create something like this. Now I'm going to do our little sample today out of some Halloween fabric, of course. But if you want to make these for more permanent use, more repeated use, and you want to use something that is perhaps a little waterproof, water resistant, so that you can make them a touch bigger, put a sandwich in, carry it in your lunch, and you're not having to throw out all of those plastic bags all the time. We have this product. This is called PUL, or polyurethane laminate, and this is a waterproof fabric, and of course we have it in pumpkin orange. You can probably see the shine on the inside there. And if you go on the Bernina website, on the We All Sew blog, this is what they've actually used to make their little sample out of. So I've adapted their instructions a wee bit for working with fabric, but I think to make something out of a water resistant, waterproof fabric, would be a really good idea. Because I don't know about you, but I get tired of tossing out all of those Ziploc bags all the time. So you can use pull, you can use waxed fabric, and perhaps sometime in the not too distant future on our Facebook, I'm going to show you how to make some waxed fabric for covering foodstuffs in your fridge. It's super easy and super quick and so much nicer than using all that plastic wrap. So let's get started with Tyler rearranged the buttons. So let's get started with our quick and easy Halloween treat pouch. We're going to start with a piece of fabric 7 inches by 15.5 inches. So you can see we don't need to buy a whole lot of fabric. We can probably make it up out of our scraps. Just cut it into a nice rectangle like this. And I am going to set it down. Hopefully, if I hit the right buttons, you'll be able to see most of this. So, on the blog from Bernina, they actually created theirs right side out, like this. They were working with a serger, but I think because they were working with the pull, which doesn't have the frayed edges. Working with fabric, I wanted my seams on the inside like this. So I did a little adapting. You're going to take your rectangle of fabric. The first thing you want to do is clean finish the short ends. And this is a quick and easy thing for Halloween treats. I turned it in 1/4 inch, but just once. You could do it more than once if you want. And I'm going to use a zigzag stitch and just stitch that down. There we are. Oh, forgot. Floor machine. Got to turn the speed up. We turn the speeds down when the machines are on the floor. Go. So clean finish both ends. So that it looks kind of nice. You could probably get that bright orange thread for this fabric. I didn't stop to do that. There we go. Okay, so now I've got those turned in. I've just done it with a zigzag with some black thread like that. Now, if I was making this and seaming it on the outside, I would be folding it up like this. So, turn that up and the flap down and stitching on the outside here. But because I want to stitch this inside out, I'm going to do our usual right sides together. Now, the original instructions have you work with a flap of 4 inches. No, of 2 3/4 inches. I wanted a deeper flap on mine. I didn't want any of those treats falling out. So what I did was I went, a bag about that big and a flap about that big. Oh no, let's make the bag. I've got a crease in my fabric, so fold it up. And that is actually about 5 inches here. And then fold your flap down. The only trick to this is you want your flap to go down first. So I'm going to lift it up now that I have the crease, fold the flap down and the bag up. So all nice and even. Now I can stitch my sides either with a zigzag or a straight stitch. I think I'm going to use a straight stitch to start. There we go. And it's always nice to do a little back tacking on a seam like this because that's your stress point. I see a new name here, Kathy. Hi, Kathy. How are you? We're making Halloween treat bags. Maybe if I make enough bags, people will put treats in them. And I'm just using slightly larger than a 1/4 inch seam, just the width of my foot. There's no real. There we go. Gee, I hope I've done this right. I only made one prototype. So now I have that seamed, and now I can turn this right side out. There we are, like this. So there's our little treat bag in the open position. Now we can load it with goodies. Let's find some. I'll take the goodies out of my other bag. There we go. Like this. Thread here. There we are. And then I can fold that flap over, and it's a nice deep flap. Like this. There. And there's my Halloween treat bag, nice and secure. I'm not going to lose my goodies. Nobody's going to catch them as they fall out on the sidewalk. Snip another thread. And you can see how quick and easy that is to whip up. Whether you're having people over, some young ones, maybe some grandkids, or you're passing things out at the door. Nice to use up those Halloween fabric scraps or other scraps of fabric. And I think, personally, I'm going to explore making a variety of sizes of these so that I don't have to resort to those Ziploc bags all the time. And there's my treats. And because of the stiffness of the fabric on the back here, they stand open really nice. You could put your goldfish crackers. I've got chocolate in here. These are the greatest little chocolate bars. Always better to have a small piece of really good stuff than a whole bunch of the cheap stuff that doesn't leave you feeling satisfied. So that is our first Halloween little project for this year. Not our first project for this year. I know Anne and Leah have been doing all kinds of fun things for you, but this I think is something that is going to really see us through. I like these guys. This one's not Halloween. Some of these projects you almost wish, where am I? Some of these projects you almost wish would take a little bit longer because I have time to fill. Teresa suggests you could use Christmas fabric and make reusable as gift wrap for smaller items. That's an excellent idea, Teresa. Can you see that in a cute little Christmas fabric? And you could put a little piece of Velcro on your fabric before you actually sew your side seams so it would hold closed. You could actually just put a ribbon, a little piece of ribbon on the bottom half and on the top half, and tie a nice little Christmassy bow. Depending on what you put in it, you could make it half size or smaller, put a little ring on the top or a little loop, and hang it on the Christmas tree. So that you have little, whether they're hostess gifts or surprise gifts for kids or whatever, just hanging on the tree, ready to pass out if you get a surprise visitor. That's an excellent idea. Where else could we use something like this? Well, I just had a thought. If you made them larger, we're always told not to store our delicate things, our good sweaters, our good quilts, our heirloom pieces of things that fabric. We're always told don't store them in paper. You want to use something acid free, and fabric is a good thing. What if you made pouches like this that you could tuck delicate fabrics into? Make them a little larger, perhaps a sweater, tuck them in, and then that can go in the drawer, protected and not subject to, I know sometimes my sweaters will pick up some odors just from the wood of the drawer. So you could enlarge the pattern and make something a little bigger. I wouldn't want to go too big. I like the idea of small, but I like the idea of all you viewers participating and passing on ideas. Quilters are great for sharing ideas, and I think it's a wonderful thing. So that's what I have for you today. First of our Halloween little projects here. I know Sandy's got some great things coming up for tomorrow, and then Thursday and Friday this week. I'm not sure. We're going to see. If you have anything you particularly want us to touch on, then by all means, just give us a quick email or a phone call, and we'll see if we can work it into. We had a lovely email the other day from somebody who appreciates some of the videos that we're producing on so many different things. So hopefully everybody has a great evening today. Sits down at the sewing machine, makes a few little treat bags, and just kind of looks forward to the weekend. I think the weather forecast is going to be a little bit, which usually means fewer kids and more leftover treats. So we're back to that. But in the meantime, everybody, I hope you have a great Tuesday. And yeah, if you think of other ideas you could make these little snack pouches for, I think they're a really good idea. One thing the website did mention, when your pouch, I'll use this one, when your pouch is opened up, hey Michelle, when your pouch is opened up, if you've made it a little bit larger, let's say you're using waterproof fabric, you could put a sandwich in there. So you open that up, this pouch can actually function to hold on to the sandwich. So let's say you've gone for a hike. You're out in the woods, the kids have been picking up rocks, because hey, we have to pick up rocks. You don't even have to handle your food. You can actually use this to hold on to things. So I think all in all, one of the simplest, most inventive projects I have seen in a long time. Check it out, and I will be happy to give you any more advice on them if you run into an issue. Just give me a phone call or drop by the store. So till then, happy Halloween, day one of Halloween week, and we will talk to you next time. Thanks for joining us. I see Chelsea starting to get ready for Leah's class tomorrow. Yes, Leah's doing class 2 of our Remember wall hanging. So hopefully you're participating in that, and have a great evening, everyone. We will talk to you next time. Take care.